Hello and welcome to Holiday Cube, which means it's powered, which means Sol Ring is a pretty good card. Sol Ring, Balance, Sneak Attack, Show and Tell, all pretty good. I think those are the best ones out of this. Not so sure why this combo is in here, it wasn't in the previous one. But I think Sol Ring just keeps us open to everything, it's acceleration, pretty good acceleration at that. And we can go every way with this, like Raphaelis is similar to this, so might as well pick up a Sol Ring. I have no clue which cards are in this format. Actually, haven't played it yet, so we'll see. We could already slam Nicol Bolas and go 3 colors, but I don't really want to. Given that we have Sol Ring, I think I want something like Mirabella Sphere. Hope to get a Tinker or something, I don't know. Mox Diamond doesn't seem that strong. Sure, we could go Rift and Cloud or Time Spiral and play blue a bit. But I think having a big drop is better, and sure is Iona, but given that Tinker should be in this format, I think Mirabella Sphere is a bit better. Plus it still keeps us open. So we have an Enlightened Tutor, just in case you want to go these. We could draft blue and draw more cards. And then that would keep us open in case we find Tinker. We could get Bonfire, which is also a good spell. If we can get more acceleration. Green seems a bit cut off, right? But I think we have to go for Compulsive Research. I think it's a better one out of these. Given that we don't actually have an archetype yet. Sheoldred seems pretty strong. Especially with cards like Mirabella Sphere, and then go Reanimation somehow. Hope we wield the Baleful Strix. Signets are in here, huh? Yeah, that seems about correct. Like, Sheoldred is a really strong card. Burial Rites is obviously strong as well. And probably won't wheel. Deseret, huh? I'm willing to do this actually. If I can find more artifacts, Deseret is a really strong card. Just the fact that it generates a 5/5 for 4 mana is good, and the fact that you can find cards with it is bonkers. There's also Obliterator, but I think Deseret is a bit better. If you can wield the Baleful Strix, then this is pretty good. And I think it's better than most of these other cards. Like, yes, Harmonize is there, but we already have these 2 colors. I'm gonna go with the Deseret here. Like, we can then change our acceleration into creatures. Just need to find more acceleration. There's Ether Vial, which obviously isn't what we want. There's Una's Prowler, which I think we have to take. If we can wheel on Burrow Rides or can find some more reanimation, then Una's Prowler is definitely the card we want. Plus the fact that it's a 3/1. Flyer for 2 makes it really good. I think else I would have picked Phantasmal Image or Mishra's Factory. Maybe Porcelain Legionnaire, because it's an artifact, but Mishra's Factory is also good. But here, I think it's Una. There's a Workshop. Each player can turn, okay. There's Augur Bolus, Repeal, and Workshop. Workshop is interesting, but I'm not sure how good it is. And I don't think it's good enough. I think I want to Repeal here over the Augur. Like, Augur is a fine card, but we're gonna be artifact based, not instant or sorcery based, making it worse. It's gonna miss too often, so Repeal is just a better card then. Workshop is an interesting card though. Like, maybe I could have picked that, but I think given the kind of deck I'm gonna draft, I'm not gonna be all too heavy on endgame artifacts, but more on early artifacts. So in that case, it's a bit worse. There's Watergrave and there's Pented Prism and Grave Robber. Grave Robber is fine, but it's a bit expensive. Prism would be fine because you can Prism, use it, and then change it with Deseret. Plus it fixes your mana. The problem is that this, can only be used once. So it's either Watergrave, Zoom, Grave Robber, or Prism. And I think in that case Prism is a bit better. I guess Doomstalker or Memory Jar. Don't think Memory Jar is that great in my deck. So I'm gonna go with the Stalker. Theomancer is a pretty nice card. I think it's better than Time Spiral, so. Yeah, the fact that this can block makes me not want to play this. So first Springs or Fire Eyes. I'm just gonna pick the Fire Eyes and put it to the side. I would just play it for the ice effect, and I don't think that's worth it. Though tapping something and drawing a card isn't that bad. It's basically a worse Twiddle, right? Does Twiddle draw you a card? I'm not sure. I think it does. Does it really? So Umbrella Rights Wheels, definitely taking that one. It's just too good. Lose on Golem for sure. Why is Umbrella Rights too good? I mean, it's just value. Let's say even if you reanimate Ophiamancer and then later on reanimate it again, it's just too good to pass that up. It's 2 for 1 usually. And if you can have like Una's Prowler, discard things. Treat of Village, I guess. And the Augur Wheels, well. So for 1, 2, 3 targets at the moment. Probably not gonna play it, but we'll see. So what do we open? Recurring Nightmare. Which is a really nice card. Memory Relapse, Surrender Befrites. But I think I want the Nightmare. I think given that I have it back to pick 1, it's early enough. Definitely would have wanted that Graveclaw then, because if you have a zombie you can keep on bringing it back. But we have 1 discard engine now, 2 actually with Compulsive Research. We already have 7 creatures, and Recurring Nightmare is just a really good card. So let's pick up that one. So we are gonna Reanimation apparently. We just need a bit more discard engine. Thirst for Knowledge would be pretty good if I can pick up a bit more artifacts. Mana Crypt would be sick to have. Don't think the Tombstalker is good then. Normally want that, but at this point I don't think I do. So there's Murder Scott, but given that, you know, Tinker into Mirabella Sphere, I think we have to pick it here. We only have 2 now, but I mean we still have a pack and a half to go, basically 2 packs to go, so plenty. Lion's Eye Diamond, not really what I want. Masticore is an artifact, but I think it's too bad. There's Duress, which is a great card. I think that's better, right? Duress. There's also Marshlands, which allows me to fetch something like a Tundra, but Tundra already passed for flashback in the Umbrella Rights. And Masticore, like, it is an artifact after all, but I think it's not really the best Masticore anymore. Lion's Eye Diamond is pretty useless for me. So yeah, let's go for Duress. Given that we have Tinker, we probably want an extra artifact creature, late game artifact creature, and cut a Tombstalker, just to have 2, because if we have 1 in our hands. Mirabella Sphere is pretty sick with Recurring Nightmare as well, by the way. But it was Tinker versus Murder Scott. Pretty annoying, given that, you know, Murder Scott is a really good removal. Again, Delve, while this is a really good mechanic, it probably isn't the mechanic I want. Go for Throat Gideon, but I think Shackles, first of all, it's an artifact. Azura's Signet would be a close second, by the way, over all of these. But Shackles, we are gonna be blue. It is an artifact. It's a really good one. It steals creatures from your opponent. You can sacrifice them to your current Nightmare, just get rid of them. Elsa would be, as I said, Azura's Signet, hands down. Don't really like this one, to be honest. It's a 1/3. I think Hippie is better than. There's also Preordain and Porous Signet. I think Preordain is better than these 2. Else it would be Porous Signet, but it's not in my colors. Mode for Action Metamorph, but there's Everflowing Chalice. Definitely want that one for the Tinker ability. Mana Crypt, huh? Sure, man. Definitely playing that one. Spellskite, Coalition Relic, Underground River. I think I actually want a Hallowed Fountain just to have the flashback for this. That's a tough one, to be honest. Spellskite is fine, Coalition Relic is fine. Spellskite is actually pretty good, given I have Recurrent Nightmare. I think I want to go for the creature, the artifact creature here. Hallowed Fountain would be definitely a good card, but I think I want that. Serendip Efreet seems a bit better. Very too many cards, by the way. I guess Molten Tail Masticore is a better one. Because it can shoot damage. Plus it's an artifact yet again. I want to have artifacts. Yeah, not really a fan of any of these. Never gonna play the Delver. Don't worry about that. Everflowing Chalice is a 2-drop. Oh man, I really need to go to the bathroom. Sarkhan. Come on, man. How many cards are there? Okay. There's 3 cards. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. And I'm back ready in time to pick up my Jace. There's also Sphinx of the Steelwind. But I think Jade is just too good, right? Still have plenty of time here, by the way. These are 15 cards, and we didn't really miss anything. We got Gitu Cap, but mine's Desire, huh? 10 Drops of Agony. Okay, got it. So bunch of crap. There's Time Walk, Liliana, Jace, Sphinx of the Steelwind. Sphinx is very likely to wheel. But I think the power of a Jace is just too strong, so we're gonna pick up that one. Dimmer Signet versus him, versus Maze, versus Norred, I guess. But Dimmer Signet, again, Acceleration. It's an artifact for playing with Deseret. Could also pick up the Bone Shredder, but that's more likely to wheel. What does this do? Oh yeah, that one. Okay. It's pretty good in Commander, by the way, this card. There's Vampire Nighthawk, Force Spike, Thoughtseize. I think Vampire Nighthawk is a better one just because it has Death Touch, and the fact that this has Death Touch makes it really good with Recurrent Nightmare and just being able to keep on killing things. So I think I'm gonna go with that, although Force Spike would be fine, but... so let's cut the Gitu Encampment. Sword by Covered My Cost, please, thank you. There's Smokestack, Revoker, Vendilion Click, Necromancy. Given that we do want creatures, I think it has to be the Vendilion Click. Like, we only have 11 at this point, and we're probably not going to be playing Tombstalker. We do have way too many cards though. Plus, Augur probably won't be played, so it's only 10 creatures. And then we might not play some other creatures, so yeah, maybe. Desecration Demon is also in there. Yeah, let's pick up that one then, Overclick. Because it is a really big one, and a strong one. There's Damnation, Lightning Greaves, and Nezumi Shortfang. I don't think Damnation is the card I want to play. Lightning Greaves, not Also not. Um, so it's Short Fang, Chrome Mox versus Daze, and I think Short Fang is then better. Again, a creature. Shadow Mage Infiltrator versus Inquisition, Frantic Surge. Frantic Surge does discard things out of my hand, but I don't think it's that needed. I think Shadow Mage Infiltrator is a bit better just because it draws me cards. And here then it has to be the Sundering Titan, right? We do want another late game creature. That is an artifact. And Sundering Titan. There is also Skin Render, and not picking up Sundering Titan would basically hope that the Sphinx wheels, because they're the Sphinx wheels, I would just play the Sphinx over the Sundering Titan. But maybe that's a bit too greedy, hoping that it wheels. Although it's very unlikely someone else is reanimation, but Underground Sea and Brainstorm, so let's pick up the sea then. And yeah, Sphinx wheels. So we'll pick up the Sphinx here and cut the Sundering Titan, or maybe keep it in. We'll see. But I doubt I'll play it. No Rod because it's an artifact. Definitely not gonna play it. Like it's gonna stop the half of my deck. So Thoughtseize. I guess Necromancy. So Tombstalker is probably out. We have so many cards here, 35, 34 basically, so we need to cut 11 cards. I think it's Augur that has to go for sure. We have plenty of acceleration, so maybe we cut something else. But I don't know what, like, first I was thinking cut Pentat Prism, but I think Pentat Prism, given that we have Umber Rights, is needed. We don't actually have any other fix for it. And I don't want to run wide. I guess Chromox, but again, won't play it. There's our fix, huh? And Life from Alone. Yeah, maybe we missed on the fix because I had to go to the bathroom, but that's okay. So Tombstalker is out, Tender is obviously out. Like, why was it still in there? I think Necromancy is out. I don't think it's that needed. We have Recurrent Nightmare and decent amount of 2-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 drops, 7 drops we can actually play. And then turn 4 bringing the baddie. We could go turn 1 Mana Crypt into Soul Ring into Tinker, right? Wow. So let's put these to the side, because we're probably not gonna play them. Put them to the side, I said, yeah. This stupid bug, right? Well, it's not really a bug, but it's annoying to play with, to put them to the side, it is. So Tombstalker is out, I think. What on earth did it just do? Did they update it again and then fucked it up? So this is a 2-drop, this is a 0-drop. I don't think we want both of these, I think we want like the rest out. And we can bring it in against some decks. I don't think we want Augur. Probably too heavy here as well. But they're also good. And then we probably want the Lodestone out. We have plenty of artifacts. Maybe don't want the Molten Tail, although it is a discard engine. Sundering Titan as well, because you know else we'd be too heavy on those. So at this point we have 27, 4 more cards need to go. We could be a bit more top heavy though, because you know we do have this amount of acceleration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe we want to keep in the Sundering Titan. Just be like, yeah, we'll play a bunch of late game creatures. And have something for everything, like aggro, control, put on pressure ourselves. In multiple tokens. Plus we do have Umbrella, right? I'm not really that big of a fan for Molten Tail Masticore. Maybe we don't want to repeal main deck either. This is a tough one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 creatures here. Let's put them to the side. Group creatures separately. That's what I want to do. So 28 cards, 5 need to go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cheap artifacts to tinker with. I think we want to keep that combination in, but I'm not sure if we really need 3 targets. Although Sundering Titan is pretty brutal. But then maybe Shoulder has to go. But that card is pretty bonkers as well, right? I actually think our creature base is fine, but cutting 5 of these seems way too much. Like, what would you even cut, right? Maybe it's because we're trying to do 2 things at the same time. So let's cut this, let's cut this. This is just because it's too good. Maybe Sundering Titan is better, although putting this into play is pretty brutal against a bunch of decks. Like any kind of aggro base deck loses to this, unless they have, you know, removal for it. But so 2 more cards, right? No, 3 more cards. 26, 3 more cards. Maybe we got like Nezumi Shortfang. It only says start opponent, right? So you can't make it discard yourself. And then Shadow Mage becomes worse, or is worse, but I think we want to at least keep on 10 creatures. I mean, we do want to try to run Recurrent Nightmare somehow. Maybe Recurrent Nightmare just isn't a card for me here. So I really do like it. Like, we don't play Recurring Nightmare. Then we don't have Mirabello Sphere shenanigans. Yeah, I really think it's good enough to have. We don't actually play that many creatures though. That's a big issue. Like we do lack a bunch of creatures, and we already are somewhat graveyard based. I'm not sure, to be honest. We do need to cut like 2 more cards. So it's Recurring Nightmare and what then? Repeal. I think Repeal is the worst one out of all of these, but given that we have Jace and Preordain, I think it's good enough to keep this in. The problem just is like we don't run enough creatures, and we can also cut on the artifacts, but then we have to cut the Tinker, and then this shenanigan becomes worse. I think we want to keep that as well. Maybe we just play 16 lands because we have Soul Ring and Mana Crypt. We could do that, but I think we want to hit like 3 land drops for sure. We do play 5 Excel runs. Nah, 16 land drops is too greedy. What was it cut? Like, that's a big issue. What do you cut here? Nah, I think 16 lands is doable, to be honest. Like, Mana Crypt and Soul Ring basically replace the lands. And with 2 lands we can cast, like, if we have 2 lands plus one of those, almost our entire deck is active. Yeah, okay, let's run with that. Let's try running 16 lands. So let's see what it says when we say add. There's definitely no plane in here, but way more islands. Like 6 8s. We do have 1 2 fix, 3 fix for that. 6 should do for Shackles. And then we play 16 lands. Yeah, I'll submit this and I'll see you guys in round 1.